What's going on, guys? My name is Man Omega, and welcome back to Let's Play Submachine Universe. So, in the last episode, we kept on keeping on, I guess. There's really not too much more I can say, and I've been over this before, but where did we start last time? Last time we started in the root extension, where I think it was the place where we found that there could have been 12 cipher plates. And we ended up here in the Semotus Basement, which is a very basement-looking place. But there might be some stuff here for us later. But for now, let's continue on and go to the coordinates 596. I'm just hoping I didn't miss any coordinates, because the fact that we're about to run out is actually quite suspicious. Nice! Ladies and gentlemen, I've never given this an official introduction. I mean, Sakia showed it off after the end of Submachine 4, but this is the original ending screen from Submachine 4. You had this very white room, and you had this switch over here, which would normally take you back to the main menu, but if you use it here, root request, exit, denied. And here would pretty much just be like congratulating you for beating the game and saying that you can go back into the submet if you want to find the rest of the secrets. Here we have the Essence Theory by Asterisky. And new coordinates, 001. Now, in the ending room for Submachine 4, the coordinates here will just be the coordinates for this room, but now we've got some new ones, 001. A very familiar sounding coordinates as well, probably. Anyway, nothing else for us here, so let's go to 777, a very lucky sounding set of coordinates, but we've already been to the lucky room, so I'm suspicious. I was right to be suspicious, this doesn't look lucky at all. And we seem to be in some kind of barracks. That is indeed the code we are in. This is a submarine. By the way. There was a submarine in World War II, I believe? Yeah, it was World War II. Anyway, in here, we find RI equals CCCLII. So, 352. Alright, right? Alright equals 352. Have we had to use RI for anything yet? We need a QI. We have a DI. We don't need... No. Alright. Well, that does it for there then. Probably should have looked at the next coordinates while I was in there. 923 is what's up next. Ah! Welcome to Solitary Confinement. Funnily enough, that's what this area is called. That's exactly what it is. Anyway, in this place, we'll find the last silver oval panel, giving us the first number, which is 3. Oh. Silver oval. 3 something something. So what we got? We have all 3 of them now, so 3. 7. 378 is our next set of coordinates. Jot them down real quick. Alright. And that's all for us here. This is just a looping room here. So we'll go down one of these and we'll get back to the portal. Our next coordinates are 513. Ooh, spooky. This place actually does give off a bit of a spooky vibe. This area is actually made completely in homage to Halloween. We got a jack-o'-lantern over there. Got a very gothic and dungeon-like atmosphere in here. We've got a stone plate, which looks like it could fit in that one thing we saw. This might have been the first episode we saw it, but, you know. First or second. Yeah. Circular panel with an empty slot, and that pattern looks familiar as well, so we'll have to take this back there when we can. But let's keep exploring this Halloween-esque area, which apparently is yet again too much for Flash. And this is one of the probably the most morbid-looking area in the entire Submachine series so far, because we actually see what legit looks like blood. Yeah. This place is actually kind of spooky. Kind of creeped me out a little bit when I first came here, just because of all the blood and stuff. And hey, look at that! Ugh, what is it? A bloody axe? I want to go home. Luckily, we can't go home. Well, we're not actually going home. We're going somewhere else. But, you know what I mean. Anyway, next up is 001. Actually, yeah, we are going home, actually. Because 001 is the lab. Anyway. Yep. Door's locked. But if we ring this bell, we actually raise the grating on the other side here. Go down the hallway. In here. Take this off. Crawl down the pipe. You have a car portal. It's a nice little place. We have ourselves another valve. Valves are always nice things to have. With a beautiful little tree. It's lovely. 316. Here's our next set of coordinates. I believe this was actually an image used to promote the game at some point, well before this room actually existed. And during the updates where this room was finally included, I believe Murtaugh simply said on, I think it was his Facebook, just find CHR. This area's area code is CHR, by the way. But yeah, so this was a familiar sight. Just we didn't get to see it for a while. Anyway, this is where we can finally use the laboratory key because we are indeed in the lab and I see a locked door. And we're in. It's a good day. Someone broke the ladder. Luckily, there's the table. Head on up. Turn on the gas. Okay, yeah, probably shouldn't leave the gas on. Anyway, I have a car pulled up in the corner here. What the hell happened to the lab, anyway? Alright. Yeah, some photos of very old plumbing, it looks like, by Julia Twos. Very old plumbing. But we do have another code in here. 192. I didn't press enter twice, did I? Anyway, that's all for us that's in there. We have this. And we have a lot of wisdom gems, so we can just power this thing on right away, and it gives us another code, 613. Alright, so that gives us a few more places to explore. Alright, so next up is 378. Let's punch that in. There we go. Ah. An interesting looking place. This is the ziggurat. Very cool looking thing. We have the Slapper Theory in here by Lay Paul 166. Anything over here? We have a pyramid key. Maybe this will work on the lockbox back in the pyramid area we found from the JS Games room. Right? B1 equals 5, B2 equals 7. Awesome. We're starting to get more of these numbers. B1 equals 5. B2 equals 7. That was it, right? Didn't get them mixed around. 5, 7. Yeah. Anyway, over this way. Car portal. This is the photography room, I believe. We have a strange looking altar here with a little symbol above it. You might want to take note of that because normally when there's an altar like this, something has to sit on top of it. So what is the area code for this area? It is HPL. Altar in HPL. That. There we go. Does HPL stand for anything, I wonder? I don't know. Picture taken there. And in here. We have that one random island out in the middle of the void from Submachine 7. There's nothing for us here, but doesn't look pretty. Well, we got some more variables and we have something to come back for, so this most definitely was not fruitless. Anyway, next up is 316. Now, this is known as the Vinter Room. Now, there's only 2 rooms here. It's very simple. We look through these peepholes and we actually see some photos of a street in the middle of winter. And whatever that is. These were, believe it or not, actually taken right outside of Murtaugh's house. So, yeah, so this is the kind of place he lives in. Although I imagine Poland would be pretty damn cold in the middle of winter. So, yeah, very nice. 192 is up next. Well, that's some very intimidating ambience. And here, what a big hatch. Look at this. Triumph. The same hieroglyphs we saw a while ago. Now, again, normally I like to keep the backtracking to the end where I'm just doing my general cleanup, but I'll make an exception here just because it's not really that far out of the way since we just got here. Where was 006 is where we saw those exact same hieroglyphs with the Triumph caption. Now, I could have done this when we first came here. We need a valve. We had a valve at that point. But, I wanted to save it until it was relevant, and besides, I knew I'd get a valve by this point. Turn the valve, and the hieroglyphs glow. Go back to 192. And the hatch is now open, with a karma portal inside. And I must say, I agree with the hieroglyphs here. Indeed, this was a triumph. I am making a note here. Huge success. This area code is PTL. I like to call it the Portal Room, because this room is a love letter to Portal. Now, we've already seen before, I believe back in this Lucky Room when we were still playing Submachine 4, that on Matuskanik's desk he had an Aperture Science coffee mug. He's actually a very big fan of Portal. And there's a couple of things here. The hieroglyphs said Triumph. The first line of the song Still Alive from Portal is Triumph. Speaking of which, what we have in the background is a piano rendition of Still Alive by Alex Wojtenko. We needed a valve to get in here. Valve being the creators of Portal. Someone obviously has been eating cake here and there's none left, so the cake indeed is a lie, as the meme goes. And probably my favorite part of this whole thing, this. There's a tiny little companion cube, and it's so adorable. So yeah, the Portal Room. Very nice place. But we do have to leave, unfortunately. But, next up, 613. Now we had a 614 earlier, which put us right next to a pit. This, believe it or not, takes us to the other side of said pit. See, same area. I gotta say, this area creeped me right the hell out the first time I played this, back when it was still known as Submachine Network Exploration Experience. Because this area I don't think was split up into the two areas, and was simply known as the Void. You got all this black here just eating up all that side of the screen, and down here you've got just a descent into nothing. Like, of course you got the theory here. And just, again, a descent into nothing, and a note here about someone having fallen off the ladder. And considering that we are in the Void, and it is endless, that's terrifying! If there is one saving grace here, it's the fact that this note gives us another set of coordinates, 157. So we will write those down, because we just ran out of coordinates. We're nearly at the point where I should start cleaning up. No, 157. Oh, okay. That's not annoying at all. The Meaning of the Machine, written by TDDP. Doesn't have any clues for us. We're standing on top of a giant karma laser. So, yeah. Anyway, QI equals this plus 475. Alright. So, QI equals this plus 475. And, I'm actually going to go somewhere else, because that is really ear grating. Alrighty. So, this plus 475. 157 plus 475, so... That is A2. So that becomes A6. 3. That becomes A2. There we go. 632 is what Q is. And we need a Q for something. Alright, this minus QI. We had it be 632. So, 937 take 632 is 5. 5. That is a 3. So 355 is not a set of coordinates for us. 355. Alright, so let's check that out. Alright. We are in what was, in the earlier versions of this game, pretty much what could be considered the penultimate area of this whole thing. The Murtaugh theory. So yeah, another theory going to how Murtaugh could be the Submachine himself. Penultimate because of this note. Note to myself, 12-12-06. Possible entry points failed. Check on 291. Good feeling about this one. You may recall that we found this exact same note at the start of Submachine 7. And I mentioned that it had a connection to this game, Submachine Universe, or, you know, Submachine Network Exploration Experience as it was known back then. I will quickly go over exactly what that was about in just a sec once we're done here, but this is known as the Murtaugh's communication room. This is the computer he uses. And it's actually kind of the source of a bit of a joke here. One of the users on the Pastel forum joked saying that the computer functions also as a toilet. And Murtaugh had a bit of a laugh about it, but after that point it kind of stuck and a lot of Pastel users started dubbing it the toilet room. At which point Skutnik then swore to Liz that he would kill without hesitation if he saw anyone call it that again. They didn't stop, he got pissed, it was a bad time. But anyway, look at this, we have a couple... Frickin' hell. Our inventory is full. We're gonna need to get rid of something. I know just what to get rid of. Something very easy. We'll go back to 103, and I will deposit 1 dragon tongue. See, we can't pick it back up. This is definitely where it needs to go. So we'll go back to 355. Alrighty. And I can pick up this copper plate, which is actually what we need for 051. Remember that being the very first place we teleported to in the first place. Another slash portal we can't use. Look at this. 3 sets of 3 lights. Interesting. Anyway, but from the note we saw down there, another set of coordinates. 291. 291 takes us to Sanctuary. This is the beginning of Submachine 7. Right outside here where we had all sorts of like military stuff and everything. Back in earlier versions, this hole in the wall was not here and this note was up on the wall. Greetings, Lone Traveler. I welcome you and congratulate you on getting here, as your virtuals that led you here are one of the 3. Luck, if you just got here by accident from unrelated location of the net. Patience, if you got here by systematic blind jumping through subsequent portal combinations. Or intelligence, as your journey was long and fruitful with solving the clues that finally led you here. You are indeed worthy of getting inside the sanctuary. Unfortunately, I know that these sacred walls will be soon shattered by Murtaugh, who is already coming here. You cannot stay, but you should prevail. You should return. L. This is the first note that Submachine players ever got from Liz, because this room existed before Submachine 7 did. This was kind of the lead-in to it. Now, this is kind of the aftermath of the aftermath. Basically, all the like automated turrets and everything like that are gone, and the wall hasn't been patched up or anything, but there is a karma barrier on the other side of the wall, so this is like well into the future of that. But yeah, this is roughly what this place looked like back when we first saw it. And we have 2 karma portals in here. Let's go into this one first. I've heard stories. Not actually heard, I just read them on pieces of paper. I read that there were exploration teams. For the love of God, did he really form teams? What happened to those men and women? Where those shattered bones lie right now? I know that everywhere I look, I'm probably looking at bones. The subnet is everywhere. How many people had to die for him to gather the information he so dearly needed? Jesus. I never joined any exploration team. I never saw anybody. I'm not much of an explorer. If you tell me to do something, I will. But I see no point in exploring the infinity. Maybe that's why he chose me for the DefSys mission. Maybe that's the reason why I'm standing on this ledge right now. When I look around, I see Submachine. When I look down, I see nothing. I want to be there. Unfortunately, we have just read someone's suicide note, which is kind of disturbing. On the lighter side of news, we have this up here. That looks familiar if you have the kind of memory that'll allow you to travel back to the very beginning of the game. Up, down, up. Look at this, we've got some kind of hatch here, and we saw one of these. Where was it? It was coordinates 100 to open a hatch. Now that we have plenty of wisdom gems on us, we can start powering these things up. Now that they have power, sending out a signal. Connection established. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the dorm. This thing has now been activated. Put in the code it gave you, that'll open up. Turn that. And we'll head on back. And for doing that, we've opened up this. Alright. Well, here's our second dragon tongue, but the inventory is full. You know what that tells me? That tells me that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the cleanup. It's time to start using all the stuff that we have and traveling back to places we've already been to, you know, actually get somewhere. So, I'll leave you with that. So, yeah, I'll leave you with that. I don't know what else I was trying to say there. In any case, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, guys, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.